And for the first time in the new year, we want to welcome you into the Raff Report. I'm Matt Provence, joined by top assistant Jeff Rafferty. And conference play started here today. Liberty comes in, gets the victory. This is a very good team. You're a guy that has appreciated defense. You talk about being a defensive coordinator at times for the Highlander team. What is it about Liberty that allowed them to play such a good defensive effort against our team and hold the Highlanders to below 30 points?
Well, they're very well coached, first and foremost. Defensively, they're just very disciplined. They're an experienced team. They do a great job of staying between the ball and the basket and making you score over the top. They got a lot of answers defensively, and they've proven game in and game out over the last couple of years to be one of the better defensive teams. That's their calling card. Offensively, they're very patient and they grind you, and that's the best team we've played all season. I felt so coming into the game, and that includes the UConns, the Rutgers, the Providences, the whoever else we've played. Liberty's the best team we've played. They're very, very well coached. They're very disciplined offensively, and they're excellent defensively. This was a early season test for us, conference play wise, our first conference game, and this should show our guys, what we need to do to, how far we need to go to get to the top of the league. So this was a learning experience. It was a tough afternoon, and the hats go off to them, certainly.
A lot of top performance for Liberty. Meanwhile, for the Highlanders, San Antonio Brinson had some drives, hit a three from downtown, obviously, to give himself some offensive numbers. But it looked like, we're starting to see him kind of get into a groove where he's going to be aggressive and take some shots maybe when other guys aren't hitting him.
Yeah, well, he needed to step up today, and I thought he'd been, after he was injured and missed 2 or 3 games, he came back. He's been kind of in a funk, so it was good to see him back and attacking the rim a little bit and not settling for jump shots. He had two 3-point attempts out of his 10 attempts, so that's a good sign. And let's call a spade a spade. They're a very good team. They played well. We did not play well, and we're not going to win many games if Zach Cooks is 0 for 12 and Suleiman Diakite is 1 for 6. So those are our 2 best players right now, and they were 1 for 18, and we played the best team in the league, and we got taken to the woodshed.
I do want to take one positive from Diakite. You look at the game against UConn. He may have been the best big on the floor that game on the 29 to 6 blocks to go along with the double-double. The 1 for 6 today, obviously, as you mentioned, not something that you want to see regularly from the big man, but had a tough assignment, held Scotty James really to 6 points. It seems to me like he still impacts the game, even if he's not shooting quite.
They game plan to stop Zach Cooks, and they game plan to stop Suleiman. They doubled him on every catch. And he hasn't seen many of that early in his career. So we had a feeling that was coming, and we drilled it for the last 2 or 3 days. But he had 2 very good defensive players being thrown at him all day. So that's a learning experience for him. And again, they did a tremendous job on Zach. They just made it hard for him to catch the ball. They did a great job of being in front of him, keeping him in front of when he did slither through their defense. The help was always there. So they had a great defensive game plan. They executed it well, and we really, really struggled to score the ball today.
Take me into the practice court for a moment. You guys are going to regroup. You'll have the trip to Florida, Jacksonville and North Florida, games Thursday and Saturday. What's the first order of business, the first message that you'll get to as you prepare now for the next games 2 and 3 of the A-Sun Conference?
Well, I was concerned a little bit a couple of weeks back that we just hadn't been able to string together many good practices because of injuries or what have you. But I think since we've been back here, after Christmas, we've been able to practice, and we've practiced better. It didn't show today, but I thought we had a couple good days of practice leading up to this game. Obviously, the Jacksonville game will be a far different style of game, as will the North Florida, even from Jacksonville. So we will, we're gonna dust ourselves off. We're gonna lick our wounds or what have you, and we got to get back. We got to keep getting better every day. We got these, we got some young players in the program that need to consistently practice better, so they get an opportunity to play more minutes on the court, and we got to get better as a unit. From the coaches to the older guys to the younger guys, we got to keep working hard. That's the only thing I really know how to do, is to just keep plugging away. And there's a lot of season left, and this league's going to be wide open. And you just saw the best team in the league. I've been saying that for the last since last season ended. So Do I wish we would have played a little better offensively, certainly, and I wish it was a more competitive game. But we need to worry about us, and we need to continue to hopefully get better, and the wins will come, and hopefully later in the season we're better prepared to play a nationally level team like Liberty.
Well, there's no doubt that you guys will do your best as a coaching staff to make that happen. It'll start as soon as Thursday down in Jacksonville. I'll let you go, but it is a little belated. I do want to wish you and your family, and of course the whole Highlander basketball family, a happy new year, and hopefully it's all up from here.
You too, Matt. Thank you.
All right, that is top assistant Jeff Rafferty. I'm Matt Provence. We thank you for watching this edition of the Raff Report.